My keepsake cabinet would be a purple disc that is to do with the Make a Difference Award and Better Worlds Awards that the university runs.
I keep a very small collection of thank you cards from former students. Very kind messages, saying that your research has inspired us, your teaching has enabled us to do this and that.
I would say mine would be probably my bass guitar. That for me marks a lot of growth that I had during university and the opportunity to try new things.
I would put the railway arches in, or maybe with a 3D printer model of them.
So I'd like to put a banner in the keepsake cabinet. It was a banner that appeared along Oxford Road thanking not only hospital workers but supermarket workers, carers, delivery drivers and scientists.
So when I first started university I got into poetry and my first book that I'd write full of poetry, I'd probably want to put that in.
And I've gone down to the Rylands and I've had a look at some of the things they have there. So I'm going to take one of the 13 extant copies of the first edition of Shakespeare's sonnet from 1609.
So this isn't an object as such, but what I would like to keep for posterity is the acoustic of the main foyer in the Samuel Alexander building. And the reason is that it's a great place to sing and it's an amazing experience because the notes just hang in the air.
My mind went to think about the Christie, and I'd like to know more about the diversity of the patients that were treated there, understand a bit of the history of the people around that institution that makes so much impact.
In the early 1900s was a clutch of women pioneers, often the only women on their course studying and graduating. And I would love to get their diaries in.
So I did a project with some young people a couple of years ago when it was the 100-year anniversary for the Representation of Peoples Act, and we looked at the suffragettes and the suffragists movement. We were really taken by the fact that they were empowered through using bikes. They were able to go to different meetings and connect with different people and network. So I'll say the suffragette and suffragist bikes.
I think I would use some of my campaign posters that I used in the previous year to run for the role that I'm in currently. Mine was really funny. It was around mitochondria, just to engage all the students from the Faculty of Biology, Medicine and Health.
And I actually brought a physical object, which is a photo of the statue of Friedrich Engels. Engels' relationship with Manchester and Manchester's history, the fact that the city was developed as this, well, someone said poster child to liberalism or neoliberalism, but at the same time has those working class roots.
My keepsake item is a giant foam letter X, which was part of the stage that we built for TEDx University of Manchester last year.
Just a £50 note of Alan Turing. And I think people will see this as a way to sort of commemorate the importance that Alan Turing had for humanity.
I'm not even sure it actually exists, but I'd like to have Douglas Hartree's differential analyzer. Douglas Hartree was a great theoretical chemist who worked in the 20s and 30s in the University of Manchester. He devised this analog computer to do his calculations. So as I say, we all know about the university's role in digital computing, but it even went on before that.
My keepsake might not last very long, but it would be a falafel wrap from Zaytoni, which is an amazing restaurant on Oxford Road, which is next to the MECD building where I work as part of the School of Engineering, and it's kept me sustained on many a day, so I would definitely be putting that in the cabinet.